Welcome back to AM Northwest. It's a stir-fried dish they call unexpected and out of this world. Here to share a recipe from vegetarian dinner parties, we welcome back the co-author of nearly 40, yeah, you heard right, 40 cookbooks, Bruce Weinstein and Mark Scarbrough. Good to have you both back. Mark, you got to tell our viewers what happened to you. You were standing with a walker. What happened?
So I was walking the dog and I slipped on a gravel incline here by our house and I broke my leg. So I am out of a cast and here's my walker. I really thought, as I say, it would be 20 more years before I had to use one of these.
But 6 weeks ago yesterday.
In a walking boot now, so I can get around. I just can't do much. So Bruce is going to do much of the heavy lifting.
Okay, all right. You stand there and look pretty.
But he actually has stuff to do because this is not a bowl of potatoes.
What is it?
These are parsnips.
Parsnips.
And I know it looks like potatoes.
Yeah.
But they're parsnips. So Mark, talk about parsnips.
So here they are in their kind of the way you find them in the grocery store state. And parsnips are a root related to carrots and parsley.
Yeah.
With one huge difference. When you find these in the store, the tops are always cut off because actually the tops of parsnips are toxic to humans.
Oh.
So you're never going to
Nice,
find the greens except maybe at a farmer's market, and you have to take those off. And then, like carrots, they develop a kind of dried out skin, so you peel them off. They have a very fragrant, sweet taste, sweeter than carrots. And so what we're going to do is reverse charge these things weirdly with a Vietnamese black pepper caramel preparation.
Wow.
So I got my parsnips. You peel them up. You're going to have to pre-blanch them, as you'll see in the recipe, which is on your website. And you also have to make a caramel syrup. Now, here's the good thing. There's more caramel syrup here than you need, so you got plenty for cocktails and ice cream.
Oh, there you go.
In your life ahead.
Love it.
And if you don't want to make a caramel syrup, it kills me to say this. You could buy caramel syrup in a bottle, just not that thick, milky stuff, clear caramel, but make your own. It's so much better.
Okay.
So I have put peanut oil in the skillet. You can use a wok, and then garlic, lots of garlic. There's actually 12 cloves of garlic that went in here. And I'm going to let these go for a minute because I really want these to get brown around the edges. I don't want a raw garlic taste in this.
Let me say two things about this. First of all, I'm using peanut oil because it's more traditional sometimes in this kind of Vietnamese stir fry.
Yeah.
But you can use canola oil or a neutral flavored oil if you have peanut allergy, important. And all this garlic is reminiscent of the classic Vietnamese dish of black pepper caramel. Maybe you've had black pepper caramel shrimp or black
yeah.
beef, right? But we're just vegetarianizing that, veganizing it up, and making it parsnips instead.
And no fish sauce. We're not adding fish sauce in this. The main flavorings, besides the parsnips, which are so fragrant, as Mark said, are the garlic. And I'm going to rush it ahead a little bit.
Okay.
Why?
Well,
Why?
All right, as long as Helen allows us to finish the dish, I don't want to be caught not finishing the dish. Black pepper. This is a lot of black pepper. I've got 2 tablespoons.
Wow.
That's a lot. You want the heat and you want the flavor.
Again,
of the
if
black
you've
pepper.
ever had black pepper shrimp, black pepper caramel shrimp, like in a Vietnamese restaurant, you know it's hot.
Yeah.
It's actually hot from that ground black pepper. That's the pop.
Okay.
There's big pop in it.
Okay, now we're going to put, as we said, that caramel goes into there. Yum,
Wow.
caramel.
Wow.
Soy sauce, no fish sauce, but soy sauce, and vegetable broth.
And once again, the substitution king says that if you have gluten sensitivities, you can use tamari sauce.
Oh, yeah.
instead of soy sauce.
Now I want this to boil a minute just to get those flavors just to meld. Make sure that garlic is nice and cooked. Then in goes all of this cut up and pre-blanched parsnips.
Huh.
And now,
Look, there's a part left.
and
Thank
now I'm
goodness
gonna
you're there, Mark.
Toss them around to coat so they're in that bubbly and coating. I want that sugar in the caramel is going to help them stick to the vegetable.
It's an amazing
No,
dish.
so
This
good.
is an amazing dish for a dinner party, of
Yeah.
course. But you can all these pieces, if you think about it, they were made ahead. The parsnips were blanched. You could do that hours in advance and keep it in the fridge. This caramel syrup you could make a week in advance and keep it 2 weeks and
Yeah.
keep it in the fridge. Right? This stuff is all kind of pre-done in advance. So the point here is just try to get a really good caramelized stir fry on these things at the last second.
Once it's coating all the parsnips and you don't see any at the bottom of the pan,
Yeah.
then you know it's done. Now, I'm going to unplug this so the pan finally gets quiet. We have some brown rice in our rice cooker because, you know, all that sugar in the sauce, I want to tell you a little healthier. So on brown rice, I'm going to put a little bit of this on top of the brown rice. Oh.
Look at
And
that.
this is, it's like, oh, you could try it. As I said,
thanks, Saul.
unexpected. When was the last time
You
you've
know
ever
what?
seen
You should give the war veteran
the driveway war, the gravel driveway?
Hey, wait a minute. He had to drag himself and the dogs back up a quarter mile to the house.
He had his cell phone in his pocket. He could have called me and I could have taken the wheelbarrow out.
Okay, first off, this is delicious. And secondly, there ain't nobody gonna help a Presbyterian. I'm gonna go back, go back down that hill on my own.
His Calvinist spine. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, he's lucky that it healed and that he did okay.
And I do love this whole idea of using parsnips versus, like, I think of potatoes. That's
Uh-huh,
so
and-
unique.
They have so much more flavor than a
Yeah.
potato. Parsnip is fragrant, and when you cook the parsnips, you boil them for 3 minutes, so they're so fast.
Yeah.
Potatoes you have to boil for 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So I blanched these for 3 minutes. You saw how quickly the whole dish came together once you did the prep.
Yeah, so easy. We want to mention to everyone the book is titled Vegetarian Dinner Parties. Thank you so much, Mark and Bruce. You guys are the best. I hope it heals quickly, Mark.
Me too. Thank you very much, Helen.